Good afternoon, everyone. We are Group G. Today, our group will talk about the Billabong case study and discuss the gender equality and supply chain sustainability. The first question is, what is the situation for women in Bangladesh who work in the RMG industry? Female workers in Bangladesh are currently impaired on two fronts, at home and at work. The female workers in Bangladesh who were or have been married are poorly educated or come from poverty-stricken households and work to support their family. The female workers claim to work at least 10 hours every day and work overtime to meet daily production quota of 100 shirts. Discrimination happens when pregnant employees need to hide their pregnancies as long as possible, and supervisors will fire them when they find out. Also, working mothers from rural villages report experiencing high levels of guilt, anxiety, and stress caused by being away from children because they cannot afford to take care of them. Then, since the factory healthcare systems fail to guide mental illness to be treated seriously, the working pressure and violence, including physical, emotional, and sexual, lead to suicidal tendencies for some female workers. Next is question 2.
So we use the triple bottom line toolkit to address gender equality for women in the RMG industry in Bangladesh. The workers in the RMG industry are mainly female. The Dhaka fire in 2012 and the Rana Plaza incident 5 months later occurred due to the negligence of the environmental factors of the factory managers. In the environment aspect, we hope to promote workplace safety for women. The environment factors for female at work includes the physical working environment of the factory, wage payment, working hours, and as follows. The routine violations of health and safety standards are a major concern. Thus, here we propose some recommendations to address the bad working conditions the women in the RMG industry are facing, especially on improvement of health, hygiene, and sanitation factors at work.
For people's perspective, we should change their traditional norms and belief that women are not qualified workers and are as competent. Besides that, we should provide training and education to give women power to exercise their opinions, raise their voice and get higher salary. Empower women with more education and knowledge could not only achieve higher positions in the workplace, but it also makes them alert on world crisis issues such as global warming, deforestation, and resource shortages. Moreover, we should also ensure women could get equivalent positions as their male colleagues. In addition, investing in women spreads economic opportunities, create stronger communities, and as a result, a broader base of consumers and potential employees. We should establish independent trade unions to monitor and protect workers' rights, keeping enough room for workers to participate and engage in the company decision-making process. Lastly, we can establish an effective complaint mechanism so that workers can raise violation of safety regulation and workers' rights without fear of retaliation.
At present, the only form of financial protection available to workers and their dependents is set out in the Labour Code, which requires employers when liable to provide specified payments to injured workers or survivors. However, the system is plagued by major practical application issues, with the result that legal entitlements rarely materialize. Therefore, here we provide some recommendations to help improve the economic conditions of women in the RMG industry. Now, let's pass on to question 3.
With the rise of corporation social responsibility over the last 10 years, consumers are no longer just looking to the purchase goods from brands, they also look at companies' social responsibility. Recently, Billabong has been brought into the public's eyes due to the gender pay gap at the suffering competition. This pay gap sparked against the company and called to address its culture of sexism, to change from a standard clothing brand to a social responsible company. Billabong need to address the gender inequity in its supply chain. We use the Alibaba's case to help Billabong to address gender equality and supply chain sustainability to present in the meeting. In Alibaba, women account for 47% of Alibaba Group's employees, 1/3 of Alibaba Group founders are women, 1/3 of partners are women, and 1/3 of its management executives are women. Jack Ma said, "Women are the secret sauce behind the great growth of Alibaba. Their mission is to enable every individual to realize their dreams." Alibaba has a clear strategy to increase the reputation of women in leadership with public promotion objective. As part of the strategy, Alibaba aims to provide the opportunity to understand the importance of gender equality and diversity, meet, listen, and learn from women who have been successful and build network. By changing the goals of the company to focus not just on maximize profit, but also creating a better environment for all of those involved. Billabong should not only look to treat their supply chain better and remove sexism. By doing so, Billabong will be increase their market size and will be able to generate more profit. That's our presentation, and thanks for listening.